You'll notice that I'm using a different drill every time just to show off how many drills I've got. I love my drills. They're really, I have favourites every day. Sometimes I like the Ryobi, sometimes the brushless Azito. Brushless are really cool. I've got 2 brushless and 2 knot, 3 knot, and some small ones as well. A girl just can't have too many drills, I say. I collect them like people collect shoes. But anyway, beside the by. We're up to step 5, and this is one of the most confusing. Well, it was for me when I was learning about them. On the top here, there's a slider control, and it's actually called a speed control. And if you think of the accelerator on a car, when you depress it, you go faster, and back off and you go slower. Now this really confused me because we have a trigger here that goes slow or fast. So why do we need this? Well, going back to the car analogy, if you're thinking you're going along and there's a really steep hill, you need to pop your car back into first gear, and that way you'll get more grunt or more power up the hill. And that's what these numbers do. There's a 1 and a 2 and sometimes a 3. If you drop it back to first, and this is how I think of it in my mind so I remember, it gives you more power, and they call that torque, T-O-R-Q-U-E, torque. So it's like a rotating torque that it gives you. So it'll give you a slow speed and more oomph. And you might need this when you're driving difficult screws in and you just need that bit more power. For all the other settings that you need, the 2 is adequate. It sort of does everything. And if you've got your drill and you have no idea what these are for, then you can have your slider on 2 and this anywhere you want, and usually it'll do the job. But when you know these bits and pieces, it makes life a lot easier. So 1, if you need to have more grunt and get that screw right in, you don't need it for drilling. And for 2, for everything else, and that includes driving screws and drilling holes is what I meant to say. So the other thing though is that when you're drilling holes in wood, there's a little icon on all of these. So we've got our slider, and then we've got this ring, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. So I've got my setting on, there it is on 1. And here, it's not very easy to see on there, there's a little drill icon. Let me get the clearest one, is probably the Azito. Yeah, this is really easy to see. And you can see a little drill icon. So if you just want to drill holes in wood, then you turn it to that setting and you have it on 2 or 3. So that means it's 2 is a faster speed and it's a medium torque. So it's a sort of happy medium. But if you want that extra special grunt, go to gear 1 like you're driving up a hill.